This man was swallowed and spat out by a whale. What it felt like to be in the mouth of a giant animal. This amazing story happened to Michael Packard, a lobster fisherman. That day, he and his team were fishing off Cape Cod, near the city of Provincetown in the state, Massachusetts. It was a fairly normal day, and Michael was preparing for another dive to check the lobster traps. He jumped overboard and began the dive. Michael himself goes on to say, "I started to descend and sank to a depth of about 12 meters. Suddenly it began to get dark quickly. I thought maybe I had been attacked by a shark. Then everything plunged into complete darkness. There was no panic. I felt myself, my arms and legs were in place, nothing hurt. I'm alive, I can breathe. But I can't move freely, something was squeezing me from all sides. Then I realized, my God, I'm in the mouth of a whale. He's trying to swallow me." It was a humpback whale, which of course had no intention of eating the diver. Michael was simply unlucky to be in the path of a whale, which at that moment was swallowing another portion of water with plankton. Michael continues, "I think I was in the whale's mouth for about 30 to 40 seconds. I had scuba gear on so I could breathe. To be honest, there weren't any special thoughts in my head. I was very afraid that the whale might dive to a depth, because they can dive up to 2 kilometers. Then I would have no chance to escape. I began to twitch and crawl in the direction, as it seemed to me, of the mouth. At some point I felt like I was flying. The whale rose to the surface and just spat me out." Meanwhile, Michael's assistants observed the situation from aboard the boat. Josiah Mayo says, "Everything was going as usual, but suddenly I stopped seeing bubbles from Michael's breath. I was very scared. Suddenly the water next to the boat began to boil, and I saw something rising from below. At first I thought it was a white shark. But then the whale's head appeared and it opened its mouth, spitting Michael out. It was an incredible sight. While we were pulling Michael onto the boat, he kept repeating, 'He wanted to eat me, he wanted to eat me.'" The end of this story is surprising. Michael suffered no serious injuries other than a couple of bruises and a sprained knee. He was released from the hospital the same day. Did Michael leave his job? No, he's still lobstering. But now he began to cross himself more often before immersion in water.